Thank you for tuning in to the Sister Save-A-Lot show, here with a special edition. And this episode is called Dollar Tree Deliciousness. I was tagged/challenged by Couponing Forever to create a meal using Dollar Tree items. So here's what I'm going to create. And be sure to stay tuned all the way to the end, because I am going to have a little surprise at the end. So for our the first portion of the meal that we'll be preparing is the protein part. And for this one, I used the Chicken Select drumsticks, and it came 2 drumsticks in the bag, and that's how it looked. And I had already went ahead and already cleaned them, and I cleaned them with water, and I used vinegar, and I put it to marinate overnight. And so after I cleaned it, I used garlic powder, some adobo seasoning, and some black pepper, and I let that sit on it for about 45 minutes. And then after that, I went ahead and used this Badia Mojo marinade mix. And as you see, I reserved a little bit of the marinade sauce because I wasn't sure I was going to need some for after I was done cooking. And so as we know, if you use a marinade to marinate your meat in, you do not use that you do not use that marinade that the raw meat was in. So keep that in mind. Whenever you're going to marinate meat, you disregard the marinade, throw the marinade out. And so this is a mojo marinade by Badia, like I said. And it's an orange base, so it's orange, lemon, lime, garlic, onion, and oil. And so that's the base, and it smells really good. And I let it marinate overnight. And so what I'm going to do is I greased an aluminum pan with a cooking spray, and this is Healthy Chef canola cooking spray, and this was found at the Dollar Tree. And so I'm going to place the chicken, the 2 drumsticks, in the pan, and I'm going to bake on 375 for about an hour covered, and then I'll check on it, and then from there I'll see how long I'm going to bake it uncovered to get it the roasted crispy color. So again, the first item we're preparing is the mojo chicken. And this is how the chicken looks in the pan. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead, put that in the oven covered at 375 for about an hour. On to dish number 2. Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. Well, if you don't know how to make it or never had it, the instructions are on the back of the box. It calls for 2 tablespoons of butter. However, I have about 3 tablespoons here. And also it calls for 2.5 cups of water, but I'm only going to use 2 cups of liquid. And I'm using 1 cup of water and 1 cup of chicken broth. And today I'm using Kendall Farms chicken broth. And all these items are found in the Dollar Tree. And the first thing we're going to have, and if you're not familiar with Rice-A-Roni, it's like a rice and vermicelli mix, and the first thing you're going to do is mix up the rice mixture with butter. I'm melting down the butter in the pan. And now I will go ahead and fry up the rice and vermicelli mix in the butter until it's golden brown. And like I said, the instructions are on the box of the Rice-A-Roni. And now that the rice mixture has been and we're going to go ahead and bring this to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, you're going to cover and let it simmer for 15 minutes. Green bean casserole. What you're going to need is 1 1/3 cups of fried green onions. So it's about it will be 2 bags of these. And these are available at the Dollar Tree. You need 2 cans of green beans, and actually I got these at Deals, which is an affiliate of the Dollar Tree. And these were on special, 4 in the pack for $1.50. So I got 4 cans of beans for $1.50. So that was a really good deal. And then the recipe also calls for cream of mushroom soup, but I don't like cream of mushroom, so I substitute for cream of chicken. And then you need a half a cup of milk, and any recipe that calls for milk, I always prefer to use carnation milk. So I have the half a cup here measured out. And then also a half a tablespoon of soy sauce and a dash of black pepper. And what you're going to do is take all these ingredients and mix them all together. And actually, you're going to reserve 1/3 cup of the fried onions for a garnish on top. And again, this recipe can be found on pretty much with the packaging of the French fried onions. It has the recipe in the back of it. And like I said, the recipe calls for cream of mushroom soup, but I use cream of chicken. Now that all the ingredients have been mixed and transferred into this pie pan, it will go into the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes until golden bubbly. And yeah, it may not look like the greatest thing right now, but it is so tasty when it's done. So yeah, we'll put this in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to take it out and top it with some more fried onions, and then it'll go back in for 5 minutes to make those nice and crispy. Okay, this is the green bean casserole. And for dessert, this is the bonus I was talking about. We're gonna have some brownies with a twist. And I found this Marie Callender's hot cocoa chocolate fudge brownie. And we're gonna mix some peppermint bark in it. And the peppermint bark was on special because 50% off. So we're gonna follow the recipe on the back of it, which calls for 1 egg, 3 tablespoons of water, and 1/3 of a cup of oil. I'm not using oil. I prefer to use butter in my baking ingredients. And some might say that, oh, you need oil for a brownie recipe, but I prefer to use butter, but you can change it, alter it however you like. So we're going to follow the recipe as shown on the package. We're going to mix that up and then put it in a pan and bake for 30 minutes on 350. And we're going to remix it with some peppermint bark. And now this is how the batter looks prior to me mixing in the peppermint bark. But the package has, the brownie package mix has been mixed. The 3 tablespoons of water, the egg, and the 1/3 cups of oil. Which, as I mentioned earlier, I use butter instead of vegetable oil as the package required. But it's your own personal preference what you prefer to use. I put the peppermint bark in a baggie and I smashed it up. So now it'll be okay to mix into the brownie mix. The peppermint bark has been added and ready to be mixed into the brownie mixture. Okay, our peppermint bark brownies are all set and ready to be placed in the oven. And all these items was found at the Dollar Tree, including this brownie pan. So I hope you enjoyed watching. And yeah, can't wait to see how it all looks together once it's all plated. But thanks for watching. Sister Save-A-Lot's Dollar Tree deliciousness is done. Everything looks and smells delicious. I can't wait to plate it and dig in. So we have the mojo chicken with the rice-a-roni, and doesn't that look good? And then the green bean casserole. How nice and pretty does that look? And oh, I wish you could smell it because it all smells so good. So I'm going to plate that up and dig in. This concludes our episode of the Sister Save-A-Lot show. I hope you enjoyed Dollar Tree deliciousness. I know I enjoyed it. Everything came out really good. I'm really happy with the way everything came out. the mojo chicken, rice-a-roni, green bean casserole, and this peppermint bark brownie, as well as this cherry Kool-Aid. Came out really good as well in this nice little mason jar, guess where I got it from? You guessed it, the Dollar Tree. And I also got the Kool-Aid singles packs from the Dollar Tree too. So again, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Sister Save a Lot show. And this was Dollar Tree Deliciousness. I was tagged by Couponing Forever to do it. So, girl, I hope I did you proud. Hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching. You have any questions, comments, please be sure to leave them below. Be sure to click like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a marvelous morning, an awesome afternoon, and a nice night. Peace and blessings be unto you.